Britain's Prime Minister Theresa May. Photo John ThysGetty Donald Tusk did not bother shoehorning fragments of pop songs into his message. Not this time. The EU summit's permanent chairman, and former Polish premier, likes to garnish his outpourings with throwaway adaptations like "I Do Like Mondays." At one point he had even cannibalised Neil Sedakas Breaking up his hard to do in efforts to popularise the daunting challenge that is Brexit. For President Tusk, the EU and UK not only have to divorce, they have to forge a new post-divorce relationship at much the same time. But this time the man mercifully avoided showbiz allusions and said the next phase of Brexit talks will prove to be the real test of European Union unity. He stressed that success will only come if the 27 remaining EU countries stick together. Going into day one of this summit in Brussels, Taoiseach Leo Varadkar was conveying much the same message in slightly different terms. Ireland is on an EU high at present. The prestigious Brussels-based EU news service, Politico, yesterday noted Ireland will enjoy its moment of peak EU power today and Friday, in an article previewing the summit yesterday. Perhaps the only way is down. The Taoiseach was probably emboldened by categorical and supportive comments like that of European Parliament President Antonio Tajani. He said last week's Brexit border deal is a binding document, not an exercise in sleight of hand. Mr. Varadkar made light work of brushing aside signs that the UK may be backsliding on that EU-UK Brexit border deal. He said the Irish government was happy there will be full regulatory alignment between the North's rules and those of the EU after Brexit happens, and this effectively meant no Irish border. But then came the rub, putting him right on song with Donald Tusk warnings of tough times ahead. "We're not complacent either. You know, this is politics and we're going to need to stay very engaged in the months and years ahead and be vigilant too," the Taoiseach said. EU leaders will, as expected, today give the go-ahead to start negotiations on a transition period and a future trade deal with Britain after it leaves the EU in March 2019. Tusk added his warning about the need for unity, saying only when we are united can we successfully perform even the most difficult tasks, like with European defence for example or with Brexit. "I have no doubt the real test of our unity will be the second phase of Brexit talks." He said divisions among EU countries were very visible on other issues which would be centre stage without Brexit. These include reforms of the economic and monetary union, and the continuing migration crisis which has only been lowered in the public view. Brussels diplomats doubt on the durability of the Brexit border deal. It will be stress-tested in 2018. Irish Independent.